Hello, welcome to the 12 FPS. You broke it, you fix it. The current voice you're hearing belongs to me, Vegan Bear, Vegan of the Bears, and today I'm bringing back the PartyPlex's beloved child, Frankie. And I'm here today with...
Hi, I'm Zen, and today I will be playing Eggs, Florentine, and Handy.
Wonderful, the combo.
hmm
But yes, for the dear listeners listening in, this is after the events of Creepover. For those who have missed it, Um, near the tail end of Creepover, Frankie and Eggs found themselves within Jackie's room, and Frankie was trying to enter into the daycare, where Frankie grabbed onto Jackie's zip line, or line that pulls her up and down from her room that is stationed above the ball pit, and was about to slide down. Well, no, she got her rope out, tied it
Yeah.
down, and was going to slide down into the ball pit. But Eggs, fumbling a grappling check to grab Frankie before she does so, instead manages to push her off over the edge, and Frankie, as she falls, grabs onto the rope and saves herself before falling down into the ball pit. But once the two were together and Frankie gave a wave to Eggs Florentine, there was something off about her hands having been kind of rubbed. And now, this is kind of where I want to flash to the current, where it is after hours, Eggs is on duty, and she's wandering about looking down at her hands. There is a very sizable hole that has been rubbed into them, and the latex is kind of coming off of them as she looks at the animatronic underpart of her palms. She grimaces at the feeling that looking at these parts gives her as she pulls the sleeves up and looks around. She isn't sure on who she's going to be finding at this hour, or if she'll even be able to find anybody who will help, but she's been trying to do repairs herself. She does know the mending cantrip, but she can't concentrate or bring herself to actually cast any magic while looking at her own hands, or even thinking about them. So for now, she's just wondering about the PartyPlex, trying to see whoever she can actually find. Ex
Oh.
Florentine, what are you doing during this as she's wandering
Uh,
about?
I mean, I think it's been at least a day since all of the mess that Eggs has been in recently, and he's just
Hmm.
trying to have a normal day at work, a normal night at work. You
Here at the
know,
PartyPlex?
here at the Partyplex. Take his mind off of all of the whatever may or may not be happening with some other folks in his apartment right now and just like, yep, gotta gotta look for anyone trying to break in maybe.
I think with Eggs Florentine wandering about, Frankie isn't really trying to hide herself from any security, instead, trying to almost intentionally have herself be found, so that way at least she could at the least ask for some help. So, I imagine Eggs Florentine has a flashlight with him.
No.
Do you? No? Okay, you just see in the dark.
Yes, he sees in the dark. He gave his flashlight to H a while ago.
Ah, oh yeah, that's right. Does he at least have dark vision?
Yeah,
Okay, so you do have dark vision.
he
Okay,
literally
that's good.
can see in the dark. That's why doesn't have a flashlight.
Oh, yeah, understandable.
hmm
What a good attribute for a night guard. But as Eggs Florentine is wandering about, at some point, there's some sort of silhouette of a person, small little person, that looks awfully a lot like a child. Actually, you know this child. It's the child that you accidentally pushed off the balcony.
Oh no.
Oh
Oh,
no.
cringing remembering that. Oh.
Frankie, in turn, doesn't look too particularly pleased with who she has found. She doesn't have dark vision, but I imagine Eggs would come close enough at some point for her to be able to see him.
Yeah.
And she just kind of gives him a bit of a glare, like, is this really the best person I could find out here?
Oh. I feel like he comes up and he's like, "You're back in the PartyPlex. Sorry about last time. Are you okay?"
She doesn't look, her expression doesn't really change as she looks dead into Eggs's eyes and goes, no.
Oh no, I'm really sorry. I really didn't mean to for you to fall off the balcony. Oh.
Oh, poor Eggs. I
You
feel
can
bad being mean for him. Me, the
you
player, not Frankie.
you can roll an insight on him if you want.
Sure. I'll try and roll an insight the best I can to the mask in the darkness. Ah, Frank. Wait, no, I forgot. She has night vision goggles. What am I talking about? She's probably wearing those. Oopsie daisy. Sorry, Frankie. I forgot what you have.
Night vision goggles would make sense for wandering
Ni-
around the partyplex at night.
I forgot she's an artificer who knows how to make night vision goggles.
Damn.
9.
And it's still a
She
9.
It's a 9. She doesn't particularly care for how Eggs is feeling right now, but she looks at him unamused by anything he has to offer or share, and is just unamused by anything that he's sharing about his feelings. Sorry,
hmm
she's
Yeah.
mean,
With
but
with a 9, oh, this man is so pathetic.
wet cat,
hmm
wet fucking cat. But do you know anybody who can fix this? And she pulls her sleeves back. And Eggs, you have a much better look at what the rope has done to her hands, and you can see the animatronic underpart.
Oh, I
You just need the holes to be patched up.
I mean, I guess I could try using mending on it, or we could try to find someone else if you don't want me anywhere near you. Um,
It's whatever. I don't care. If you know mending, just do it. And she shoves her hand closer to Eggs.
oh, he like flinches back a little bit as Frankie shoves her hand towards him. But
Oh.
like he does very very like softly and hesitantly like take her hand uh and casts mending on it, which is
Oh, I can be
instantaneous
so mean to
and a
him.
cantrip. So, oh,
I imagined as a really dickish move from her, and seeing the fact that this is one, a wet fucking cat, two, the guy that pushed her down the fucking off the balcony, as Eggs like reaches down to start casting mending, she pinches her fingers and casts a small shocking grasp on him.
hmm. I kind of want to roll insight for him to see if that was intentional or not. Cause like that might just be because her hands is so damaged that there's exposed wires he doesn't know.
That's fair. Go ahead and roll insight. I don't expect this. I think it's just like 1 point of damage. She doesn't actually have intentions of hurting him. It's just for the fact that she just wants to buzz him a little, scare him.
Yeah, I dare say you can tell it's intentional with a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Yeah.
Mhm. He's not going to say anything about that. Like, he flinches a little when she shocks him, but he'll still, like, uh, finish casting mending and trying to fix up her hand.
She looks back at the hand and she pokes about at the palm of it, trying to see if it feels right. It does. But go ahead.
Um, is your other hand hurt too?
It is. And she pulls back that sleeve and also hands it over to Eggs.
Uh, and he will cast mending on that as well.
All right. With both of her hands repaired, she looks over both of them, kind of poking at them both a bit before shoving them into her pockets and just going, "Thanks." If he doesn't do anything, she most likely will turn around and leave, but I assume as a security guard, he's not going to let that happen for a second time.
I mean, honestly, I think he's just like, I'm really, really sorry that that happened. Uh, sorry. And like, he's not going to chase after her. Look at what happened last time. It's
Yeah, understandable.
it's really not safe to be wandering around here on your own right now. I don't know if you heard, but there was a security notice that like attempted kidnapper lady was seen recently.
Oof. Hey, Eggs, you want an insight?
Sure. 19.
19. You can see, as you mentioned, the security thing and the kidnapper lady, that she begins to tense up a bunch, a lot. And as you're kind of saying about the security, there being a kidnapper, she whips around, staring right at Eggs, and goes, I know about her.
Then you know you probably shouldn't be wandering around here on your own.
Well, why not? If I am wandering around here by myself, she might kidnap me and then I'll have a chance to just tear her apart. Mm. A lot of big emotions right now.
Yeah. I I'm not sure tearing her apart is going to be so easy. I mean, the security guards have had a couple run-ins with her and she's still loose, so I don't know if you can take her down alone.
But if people stop getting in my way, that includes you.
I mean, I feel like people have been getting in your way for a good reason. Like, uh, at which point I think Handy's gonna speak up and say, like, you're a kid. She kidnaps kids. You're kind of like her favorite target, and also, like, I don't know what you think you're going to do to her, but I feel like she thinks at least she's got it pretty well in hands to handle a kid.
Well, she can't handle this kid. I know what I'm doing. If I had the chance, if I had the opportunity, I could just... Ugh. I would end her. I would.
X is like standing here looking at this small irate child, like the training's never covered this.
Training never covered an overconfident kid who thinks she could kill the kidnapper.
I mean, even if you could, I mean, you were just hurt. Don't you need some time to recover to be back at your best? I don't
I
really
am
know.
at my best.
I don't really
I'm
know.
always at my best.
So you were at your best 10 minutes ago when your hands were like skinned? Because I don't think that's your best. Like, I don't know how it works with robots, but like, that doesn't seem
Ooh.
ideal.
She furrows her brows even more at being called a robot. She very much did not like that.
Sorry.
I'm always at my best. Is all she really does repeat as she looks back down at her hands. Well, I don't know. What do you suggest?
I mean, normally I would suggest letting security take care of it. Apparently, apparently we're not having much luck with that, though. But at least don't go after her alone.
But I can't really go with it with Razzie now.
You think Razzie was going to help you kill this woman?
She glares back up to Eggs. Yeah, she fully believed she would. It's not like he hasn't helped her the first time around, or had at least tried.
That seems a little out of character for him.
Yeah, he was reluctant the first time. But I'm certain, just...
Has he helped you kill other people?
No, I don't want to kill other people. I'm not a murderer. I just want her gone.
Okay, fair enough. But if he's not going with you, just find someone else who will, at least.
Like who? Who would help me? You?
I. He looks very put on the spot, like.
None of the other animatronics are gonna help me. The only one I can think of is probably Archie, but...
I mean, there's a lot of people here that aren't animatronics. And I think the security clowns would be down to go after this kidnapper. From what I hear, they're pretty upset about not catching her already.
She frowns even more. Since the last time she went after Aurora with the security clowns, they apparently tried to stop her. And I think she would relay that over to Eggs with the fact that I already met her with them. They tried to stop me. And even then, because they tried stopping me, we didn't catch her. No. No, we did catch her. It was somebody else who misstepped. The new employee.
Right. I heard a little about this. I mean, they did get,
Is that the
handcuffed.
security I'm supposed to be trusting? Somebody who can't even catch her? Somebody who couldn't. Right where? She was caught, we had her, and then she just escaped. Is that the security I'm supposed to be trusting? No, this entire place is full of people who keep failing every single time. Please. I can do it. I can do it. I really can.
I mean, even if you can, you probably shouldn't have to.
Shouldn't have to. Doesn't it make this even more sad?
I mean, maybe. Yeah, this place has got a lot of issues, but I don't know. Just 'cause this place is messed up and no one's caught her yet doesn't make it your job.
Well, what am I gonna do instead?
I mean,
Because right now it feels like I really have to be picking up the slack.
I don't really know, okay? I've never been in this situation before either. I don't know what the right answer is, but you're a kid and this shouldn't be your problem.
Shouldn't be my problem. Shouldn't be my problem. And that unfortunately makes her even more upset. Yeah, it really shouldn't have been my problem. If they could do it. If they did it the first time, if they could have done it the first time, I wouldn't be here trying to do it for them. So many times, so many times.
Is that why you're here?
That's why I'm stuck here, yeah. Can't leave. I can't leave this place. I can't. It's all because of her.
I feel like I want to roll something and I don't know what, because Eggs is hearing this and is like, what?
You can roll insight. That's always a good go-to.
17?
17. 17 insight upon her saying the fact that she's here, she's stuck here. You definitely see something a little bit more subtle underneath the goggles and within her eyes. Maybe a hint of supernatural. It feels like something's out of her control, and she's upset by it.
Okay, so, just to get me caught up, you can't leave this place?
I tried. If I could, I wouldn't be here. I mean, who wants to stick around this awful place for this long? For a year? No, no. It's awful in here. I want to leave. I want to see the outside world. I want to see what's out here beyond Future World City. Hi, hello. Am I still heard?
Yes.
Okay. Computer started acting weird on me. Okay, just making sure.
What fucking timing. Damn. VB's computer, behave. Don't you know a dramatic moment when you hear it?
Sorry, computer's acting with me. Okay. I want to see what's beyond Future World City. I want to leave this place, but I can't. I can't.
Alright. Um. And you think it has something to do with her, the kidnapper?
I think so. I mean, and she tenses up even more, just hugging her shoulders. She must be somehow connected to it. I swear.
Alright.
But what's to you? What are you gonna do about it?
I mean, for one thing, I'm not going to try to kick you out again. If you really are stuck here, there's no point in that. And I don't know, I don't want to see you suffering. I don't want to see anyone suffering. You can roll insight on him if you want.
Oh, I will. I will roll insight on him. Why not? This is inciting, once again, the game.
And it's
9.
another 9. Oof. I mean, with a
It's
9, he seems. This isn't a bald faced lie. He seems to mean what he says.
well, I mean, a lot of people mean that they don't want to hurt other people or want to see other people suffering, but to Frankie, that's too broad of a thing to just say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anybody says that.
And with a
Nobody wants
9,
to
you
see
don't.
another person.
Yeah, with a 9, you don't get any more insight into why he might be saying that or anything. Alas.
Alas. But just looking up, staring at Eggs, hugging her shoulders. Well, if you don't want to see anybody else suffering, then maybe get this entire thing together and finally do something about her. And don't stop me, okay? Go tell all your security buddies to stop stopping me. Okay, I get it. I get it. I look like a kid. I look like a little girl. I get it. But I'm more than capable of handling her, okay?
Hmm.
What are you about?
I'm trying to figure out what Eggs is thinking about this, and then how he's going to respond to it. I mean, maybe you're right, and maybe you can just be careful about it. Don't just rush in blindly. She seems to be making plans and setting up traps, and if you're not careful, you're probably going to end up right where she wants you.
She perks up a little bit. Like what? What has she been setting up?
I haven't. I mean, I don't have all the details, but from what I've heard, she trapped some people in the basement the other day and chased them around and scared them and hurt them. You can actually let me roll something, and then you can also roll insight.
Oh, I'm gonna roll insight. Hee hee hoo hoo. Wonderful game. That's a 5.
5. Mhm. Eggs is being 100% truthful and open and honest with you.
Of course. This wet ass cack doesn't have any capacity for lying. He'd buckle under the weight of guilt. But yes. She squints at him.
He stands there nervously being squinted at. He's like, I mean, she's probably not gonna be able to pull the exact same thing again, but so far she's been finding ways to get away with what she does. And if you're just rushing in on nothing more than anger, are you going to notice if she's already tampered with the cameras or rigged the door to lock or something like that?
She looks off to the side a little bit as she contemplates this. And she thinks it over. Yeah, you brought up a good point.
Mm-hmm.
And she feels almost ashamed of the fact that, yeah, she really has been thinking more with her feelings than her head. But she looks back up to Eggs and takes in a deep breath. Just, all right. Try thinking, but
And maybe
are you willing to help me? Just want to make sure.
to help you track down and kill the kidnapper?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not so sure on the killing part, but
Okay. Maybe not the killing part, but if you could help me with the tracking down, that'd help.
I guess so, yeah. I think that's technically supposed to be my job anyway.
All right. So, would you mind? Are you here every night?
Not quite every night, but most nights.
All right. If you're here most nights, could you tell me what happens with her, or whatever news things she's trying to do?
Alright, but if if I'm going to help you, just don't do anything rash in the meantime. Don't wander the halls looking to be kidnapped away and or anything like that.
Well, she doesn't wander the halls to be kidnapped. But I doubt that's going to stop her lonely hallway wandering. But yeah, she looks up to Egg's size, almost rolls her eyes to that, and is like, fine. I'll try not to get kidnapped.
And maybe stay out of the basement for the time being. That seems to be where she's doing a lot of her stuff.
Hey, roll an insight.
Oh boy. Oh no, 7.
Oh no, 7. She seems to give Eggs another glare, but Eggs, this is probably just the usual glare she gives whenever you say something that she doesn't like.
You can roll insight back on him if you want.
Sure. 11.
11. He looks nervous. He's like a nervous wreck of a man, but I mean, is he more nervous than usual? It's hard to tell.
God, Frankie just looks him over and is like, she's losing faith in the security that the PartyPlex is hiring the longer she looks at Eggs. Sorry, Eggs. If this is the power they're bringing on to deal with the kidnapper, yeah, it's probably best that she really starts stepping up her game.
Hey, while you're looking at eggs, would you like to roll a perception or investigation? Just get a closer look at this man, if you want.
Sure, why not? Let's perceive this man. My investigation is much higher, but I think with her, while she's talking to Eggs, just investigating him, seeing what's his deal, who's this? Why'd they bring in such a pathetic guy to help with such an issue? 22.
Oh, dope.
Dope.
With a 22, like, this is like your first time taking a good look at eggs because also this is the first time you two are like standing still next to each other and he's not trying to chase you or you're not distracted looking at interesting stuff the clowns are doing.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks like a pretty wet cat pathetic little guy, of course. That's your first impression and it is correct.
Mm-hmm.
You would also notice that despite him wearing like all Toon clothes, he actually has real kind hair. So he looks almost the opposite of Frankie, except that I mean, you can't tell whether he's got real kind or Toon skin under all the bandages and stuff. Um, but chances are good he's real kind. And like as you're standing there talking to him, with a 22, you notice this man isn't breathing.
Real kind and not breathing. If I think at first, with the assumption of seeing the fact that he's not breathing, she assumed, oh, Toon. They don't animate them breathing sometimes. That's normal. But seeing the fact that more signs are pointing to the fact that this guy is real kind, and the fact that uh he's just wearing Toon clothes, she looks at him and she's squinting once again. And it's just, oh. Oh, you might be like me, for real, for real. But it's just, I doubt she's going to bring that up with him.
That's her right. That's your prerogative. But
But I think in
mhm.
some way this is a bit of a different glare once it clicks in her brain in the fact that this is a much softer glare. I don't know if an insight, whatever insight he got, would tell him that, oh, this is a different glare.
A 7, I dare say it does not. Unless I can roll again. Uh,
I mean, if you wanna.
I don't think it can get much worse, so.
She
18.
has a whole language made from her glares. But 18? Yeah.
Mhm.
Something clicks in her brain as she looks up to, as she just kind of examines him. Something clicks and she looks up to his eyes with a slightly softer glare.
He, and I mean, those sure aren't normal eyes. Actually, his eyes look kind of toonish too, more than real kind, but either way, they're not normal toon eyes either. Something's up with this man.
Something's up with this man. And she, hmm. She tilts her head and just kind of looks around, see if see if there's anybody else around, and is just like, so what happened to you?
Uh, what do you mean?
It's just I don't whatever. It's just I don't know, you look off. I was wondering if there was something behind it.
Yeah, sorry, I do my best to cover it up and not upset people. Sorry.
And she squints again like, what are you trying to cover up? She just wants a confirmation from this guy. Come on.
Oh,
What's your deal, Eggs?
oh, you know. I'll roll him a. I want to say a deception, but his performance is worse. Uh, you, you know, I just, I've got, uh, bad, bad skin, you know, yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, just really bad skin. That's fine. There's nothing else behind that.
You can roll insight. It's,
I think
not
she
the hard.
knows that it's a lie.
Yeah, it's
She
not hard to
already
see
determined the
through.
fact that this guy is not breathing, so.
Mhm. So yeah, it's not terribly hard to deduce. Maybe he's covered up because he is visibly undead.
Ah. She continues to soften up a little bit more as she just kind of fidgets with whatever's in her pockets and. Hmm. Sorry. Sorry, that's. I just kind of thought, whatever. It doesn't matter what I think. And I think she's going to reach into her pockets and she's going to pull out two gloves and hand them over to Eggs.
Eggs takes them visibly confused because he's already wearing his own
Wait, does
fingerless
he already
gloves
have
and
gloves?
yeah,
Ah,
man is covered head to toe. He's got fingerless gloves and bandages combo.
oh, I assumed he just had bandages. Hang on. Oh, wait, does he just have purple fingerless gloves?
Over the bandages, yes.
Oh. Oh, those are gloves. Okay. Okay. That,
No, that isn't like his bare hand out, but he wrapped the fingers in bandages to cover those up. The color choice makes this confusing, huh? Oh no, I see it. Oh no. He just
he
likes
just,
purple.
he just likes purple. No. But I noticed that while doing the okay, out of character, but I noticed that while doing creep over and I was looking at his ref like, does he just have like his hands open? I assumed he'd cover those up in bandages. Oh wow. I didn't know those were gloves.
Jay, how could you not tell me? MJ is saying they have seen this since the first time they saw the rap.
God.
I could have changed the glove colors.
We're getting him slightly less purple skin looking gloves as Frankie. I think it'd be funny if Frankie also didn't know that. Oh, those were. Oh, those are gloves. Oh. Sorry, Senda, you're finding out about it like this.
Oh. There was a style choice. Solid gloves would make more sense, but the fingerless gloves are a look.
The fingerless gloves are a look. Good for him.
Does Frankie still hand him the gloves?
Yes.
Yeah, he looks at them.
Dark vision's good, but I don't think it was good enough
Mhm.
to tell the fact that those are fingerless gloves.
He looks at them a little baffled and then looks at Frankie and is like, thanks, I guess. What are these for?
You cover your hands up.
I I mean, I've already got gloves for that. Maybe you should
She's.
keep these in case something else happens to your hands. And he tries to hand them back.
Frankie shakes her head and doesn't take the gloves back. Uh, or if he still hasn't taken them, she just keeps holding them back out, like, no, no, I can cover my hands perfectly fine myself. But, those bandages sure don't make you look less, well, weird. And she looks over at the fingers.
Yeah, I know. Now he's just looking down at one of his hands, like,
Sorry. Her hand dysphoria
pondering.
is going over to you now. I think to keep up with the perp. Wait, no, that's wrong. Never mind.
I mean, I just don't really like wearing the full gloves? I'm more used to bandages.
Well, keep him in case of emergency. I can always get myself another pair.
Alright, I guess, if you say so. And he, like, stashes them in one of his pockets. And they don't go to Hammerspace, so another point towards this man is not a tune.
This man is not a tune, and this girl is a freak.
They're both freaks.
They're both freaks. But yeah, I think with that, she hands the gloves over and just kind of gives another glance over to Eggs before just beginning to trot away.
Wait a sec. If you really want to hear about everything that goes on with the kidnapper, I should probably show you this. Andy, you have the picture, right? Uh,
What picture?
and he sort of like holds his wrist down where on Handy's screen is a little photo of the note that Rara left.
Oh, the Rara note.
The Rara note. The note specifically left by Rara. That note.
I'm reading through it right now, and so is Frankie. If she's reading through it on the tiny ass little screen that is handy.
Yeah. Um, I mean, I could send you the picture if you have a. Oh, wait, I do have your Reswatch number. Handy, just send it to her.
Wait, how do you have my Reswatch number?
You messaged me after I pushed you off the
Oh.
balcony.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Well, it's good to know one of us good. But yeah, Frankie's Razwatch dings and she got sent a copy of the picture of the note.
Yeah, read through it. And this is making Frankie's blood boil again. As she looks it over. She's going to take a very deep breath in. She's going to turn off her Razwatch. She's going to step away from Eggs.
Egg standing there nervously. This is the reason why he didn't show you, because he knew it would make you mad. And he doesn't want you to run off.
She takes a very deep breath in. She's trying so hard not to get mad. And you know what? I'm going to make a wisdom check for her to see if she could keep her own anger under control. It's the same, either 22.
Whew.
You see her about to flip out. She puts her hands into the air. She kind of looks down, but she tenses her fists very, very tightly. She looks up to X and is like, "Thank you." Yeah, her face is also sort of turning red. Well, it's trying to at the very least.
Hmm. Eggs is still like very nervously cringing a little, like, yeah, so, if she's not working alone, it's probably best for you not to work alone either.
Yeah, okay. I'll try to find somebody else, but I mean, who's gonna help me?
I mean, I think we established that I was going to help you.
Well, yeah, you're helping me, but no offense, I don't really think you'd be good in a fight.
Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe.
Listen, thanks for what you've already done for me. I'll find some other people, maybe, to see who else can help me, but if you've got any other ideas on any other night that you come around on, just let me know, okay? I don't want to be left out all because I'm a kid. I'm so tired of people saying that I am.
Alright. I'll do what I can, I guess.
I'm gonna go over to the daycare, alright? Jackie's bound to be there and I won't be kidnapped. She says that in a much more direct, almost mocking tone towards Eggs.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Um, I can walk you over there if you want.
Sure, I guess. Don't care.
Alright. I mean my patrol route is this way anyway. He will walk along a little bit behind her towards the daycare.
Alright, and I think that's about a good stopping point for the FPS
Mhm.
of the two. Uh. Mm-hmm. Going over to the daycare, yes. Fully functioning. But thank you everybody for listening in. Thank you for everybody who will listen in on the future.
Hope y'all had a fun listening experience.
Hopefully. Alrighty tighty. Goodbye.
Bye.